Hello everybody and welcome to the final part of the extras for Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance. Today it's the finale of everything. We are going to create the final remaining Dream Eaters that I have yet to build. Because I did a little bit of grinding to ensure that I had them. Basically to do that it was a case of knowing what special portals gave which fantasies, and then going and, just fighting them and collecting them. A little bit tedious, but at this point I was just like, you know what, I want to make every single Dream Eater, and even though I know that Sora was not in a musical, he was in the Atlantica minigames, which were a musical, so technically counts somehow a little bit, maybe? I don't know. So yes, these are just the final remaining Dream Eaters that we had to deal with. And honestly, this is the first time that I have ever unlocked every last one of the Dream Eaters, so this was time-consuming but a proud moment, and I know I've just given up all pretense of musicals now, because Riku has never been in a musical. Which is a shame, because I feel like he needs that. Needs to sort of let loose a little bit. He started to in Dream Drop Distance here, but wasn't quite fully there, and there's me delightful Skeletor Wild. Crazy Skeletor Wild, and since we did Sora and Riku, I guess that the Skeletor Wild is going to be Kairi. Aww, isn't she cute? And then, not quite last but not least, but nearly last, is our Aura Lion, which is the last sort of the recipes that we have to deal with. Aura Lion does look cool, I have to say. And then we've just got a few of the non-recipe Dream Eaters remaining. So, yes, quite fittingly, I believe our Aura Lion is going to be called Lee. So, now we've got the ones that require a little bit of creativity. So, there it is. It's the Pseudo Neku, which is basically just an alternate version of the Heavy Rep, I think. And obviously it looks like Neku. And that is great. I love it. And I feel really it is only right that we call our Pseudo Neku, Neku. Name him after his namesake. And then I believe there's maybe one or two more. So there's definitely one of them. It is the Ursus Circus, basically just a buffoonish version of the Kuma Panda. Which, I mean, it is kind of cute. It's a little bit crazy and also sort of clownish. And I'm not the biggest fan of clowns. And since, we're going on the whole World Ends With You theme now, Joshua. And I think that is actually 100% every single Spirit Dream Eater unlocked in Dream Drop Distance. I'm pretty sure that they have all of their unlocks have appeared. There's also just every single Dream Eater in the game. So I'm pretty sure that you have seen all of them unlocked. But I've definitely unlocked them all. And I have to, I'm quite proud of this trophy shelf. Because the only ones that I have missed are the beat the game on critical mode, max out your stats, max out like all of the ability link grids or something along those lines, and stuff along that line. But now we are into the report. This is sort of the final bit, as I do every time. We're not going to go hugely in depth into a lot of these things. If you want to do all that reading, you know, get the game yourself, or read like the Kingdom Hearts wikis and all that jazz. Because those are sort of your most things. But secret message, this is what the secret message was that we unlocked. The past will be reawakened as a new number in never before seen detail. Prepare yourself for the next awakening, or whatever it was. Which was basically, at the time, saying that we were going to get Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD Remix. Which I am glad that they did, because it's delightful. So yes, there's all the link attacks for Sora. We didn't see all of them, but we have seen all of them for Riku, which is nice. Things and stats for all the reality shifts, stats for all the flow motion things, all of the dive mode scores, which is great. Minigames, it's just your Dream Eater minigames and the light cycle, so they're pretty easy to get. And there's all of the link portals, just with the words complete next to them. That's basically all you get for those. But it does make me happy to see the little complete with the exclamation mark and all that jazz. We are, however, going to go through each of the character files. Just to look at the models, really, I suppose. Just because I like doing this sort of stuff. It's also just sort of a nice, relaxing, chill way to finish a playthrough, you know? It's just like, grab a glass of wine. I don't drink wine, but just imagine a glass of wine. For me, it's a glass of apple juice. I mean, technically wine is fruit juice. It's made from grapes. But yes, so just chill with a glass of whatever or a cup of tea, and just have a look at some models of characters and Dream Eaters and all that jazz. I will say one of the things that I do wish that the reports did, which they don't do, is that you could just keep clicking next and it would take you through like all of the characters. So once you were done with all of the main characters, it would take you into the Traverse Town characters, and then into the City to Cloche characters, and then to Princess Paradise characters, and then the grid, and so on and so forth. Because I feel like that would just make it a lot smoother of a ride to go through these things. Because as it stands, sort of, if you get to the end of the main characters, and then you've got to go back again, go into the next one, and so on and so forth. And it's a little bit time consuming. Something that I just didn't really feel like. I don't feel like they need to do that. I feel like they need to make this maybe a little bit more fluid. And I think that would just make it a lot easier to pass through. Something else that I also wish that they would add. It's me being, you know, the geek that I am. I'd love them to add a concept art gallery to the Kingdom Hearts menus. Even you just put it sort of like in the theatre bit, because obviously theatre option on the main menu allows you to... Actually, I think you can... No, it's not on the main menu in this game, because you've got to go into Mementos, where you can rewatch all the cutscenes, basically. I'd like it if they, you know, put concept art in there, because I know that the concept art for Kingdom Hearts is stunningly beautiful. And it would be really cool to see more of that. And it'd just be nice for it to be seen. Because you've got to think, obviously you've got all of those artists putting in so much hard work into sort of creating the concepts and world designs and all different bits and bobs. And while you ultimately see the final product, you don't necessarily see all of the hard work that it took to get them to that final product. And it's something I appreciate, and I just wish that more games would do that. It's nice to see. Also, include sound tests in your games, god damn it. Like, sometimes you want to sort of listen to all the different songs and to, you know, have official titles for songs. Like, Kingdom Hearts are relatively good because they do tend to release a soundtrack for it. But back in the day, oh my god, so many games. Like, you've got all these wonderful songs and you don't give them official titles. And it's like, so, well, if I want to maybe listen to this outside of the game, because it's certainly the case in certain titles where you would like to actually listen to them. I mean, there are some pieces of video game music that are just wonderful earworms that you just want to listen to time and time again. I'd like to hear more of them. Anyway, we're finally into the Dream Eater bit, so we're getting to see exactly how many Dream Eaters I've murdered throughout the course of this game. It's quite a lot! But also, what is quite fun is that you do get to see all of the different designs. So you get to see the regular nightmare designs, the spirit designs, and where appropriate, the rare nightmare designs. I think there's some instances where the nightmares look better than the spirits, but for the most part I do prefer the spirit look for most of these guys. I think it's just because it is that lighter colour palette. It's a lot more pleasing to the eye. Although I think that I might prefer the normal Thunder Wrath. I think I might also prefer the regular Kuma Panda. But yeah, I suppose sort of with the Dream Eaters, I think their biggest flaw is that, one, they're not Donald or Goofy, so that, like, they don't have that level of personality, but also they're just really gaudy. Well, ultimately, you can change their colours by using one of the training tool things. You just sort of throw paintballs at them and change their colours. It's not as precise as it perhaps could be, and also changing the colours just makes them, you know, less gaudy. It doesn't, you know, fix the lack of personality issue. But I will say, on the whole, I do like the Dream Eaters. They're not the best thing in the world, but I would not say that they are a entirely terrible idea. It's just one of those things where, if this were any other game franchise, and maybe the whole thing of the Dream Eaters has been maybe a little bit more thought through, then they would have been a lot more accepted than they ultimately were. But I still do want to hug most of the Dream Eaters. So they've got the cute factor going for them, and I can always appreciate that. Apart from, you know, the Kairus, because I really don't like frogs. As I believe I have said before, I do have a slight frog phobia. Ugh. It's basically just frogs in real life. It's not actually, like, I can look at a picture of a frog, it's fine. It's more being anywhere near a live frog. Ugh. Can't stand it. It's also sort of the same with live fish. Anything that's sort of wet and scaly and slimy, just... But I believe that we are nearly at the, I think that is nearly the end of the nightmares, and the Dream Eaters that are either nightmares or spirits. Then we move on to the ones that are just spirits, and then we move on to the ones that are just nightmares. So potentially after the Aura Lion? Okay, after the Ryu Dragon. Come on! We're nearly there! Oh, for God's sake! You get to the end of your blooming nightmares. They keep going! There we go. So this is sort of the start of the just spirits. So your Meowjesty, your Pseudo-Neku, your Fruits Cat, your Ursa Circus, your Cab Cannon, your R&R Seal, your Katanuki, which is adorable, your Beetle-like, and your Tubquin Ace. And then we get the bosses! So Spelican defeated 2 of them, Camantis defeated 2 of them, because obviously the secret portal as well, Charclobster 3 of them, Chillclobster 2, because obviously Charclobster we had the wonderful fight against Spelican. Hockomonkey 5, which is nuts, but correct. Holy Moly 2, Wargoyle 5, ugh. Brawlamari 3 of them, Queen Buzzerfly 6, Anti-Black Coat 1. And yeah, that's all the nightmares. So then obviously all the treasures were collected. Something that makes me always very happy, just seeing a full list of every treasure chest picked up. Mwah! Perfect. So now we're into the trophies. So just beat the story, that's 1. Beat the story in Proud or Critical, you get that one. 2,000 drop points, pretty easy. First place in every Flick Rush Cup, you've seen that. 2,500 Dream Eaters defeated, pretty easy. 5,000 money, really easy. Maxed out every Spirit's Affinity level, God no, not doing that. Every Special Portal and Secret Portal, done. More than 7,500,000 on that. 1,000 enemies in Flow Motion, surprisingly difficult to get that one. All the treasure. Every spirit. Beat the game in Critical. No. 50 enemies using Reality Shift. Link with 50 spirits 50 times. Max out every stat boosting ability. Defeat Lord Kairu. And collect every single Keyblade. That is everything I can show you in Kingdom Hearts HD Dream Drop Distance. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will enjoy me in the next playthrough. See you then.